take one this way. Look, Holly, look. Hey, there you are. Oh, there now. You guys are coming out really well. I'll take one of you guys together, and then we can see your tummy too. Oh, that's nice. Very nice, very nice.
So I'm just trying to think when Johnny was very young, how he became deaf, or any memories like a long time ago.
Dahil from ni Umingmak, dahil from nakalo, Umingmak inuhulihak ti lugo, anihak ti lugo, pe aglibalyan ni kanok mo kayo ituba, miki kami gumilo kanok humad o kayo itu kanhumad o kayo ituba. I'm
sorry, I'm just thinking too, maybe you should tell Johnny what we're saying too, so we're...
He said he was that big when he was
small, eh?
Really small. He said he was born and raised in Johaven.
Oh, okay.
But the grandparents moved back to Talgoya. He grew up here most of his life.
Okay, so...
Apaksuga pihangitiwa ilitit apak ilipiro apaksa pihangitiwi heptap sama miktani. Tapi sebenarnya aku dah yang belum yolektak kemana kun dengan yang bawi inolektak itu nama aku di belum yolektak li win kaya tinggal suri mata terkatakan mata macam ni. Tapi sebenarnya yang ngap tahu dam ditak terakhir melerapku. Buona ballata nel virap con il tattimi. Quindi io le amigo ma ne guitti tocco tattimi come tocca in bella rammi. Ma non ho capito lo andare lo che mal inizia hanno che di mal anya che mal inizia di là. Io le capite ma. O va in il lorti nga hanno ni tarakka il rapco per buona ballata ma ne tocca o capito da tatti che deve se ma di tempo inudo mata tembetik kutai.
Okay, now we're going to
tell me.
So, now that you and Michelle are here,
yeah.
She didn't say the name, but she have other visitors beside you
yeah.
before.
Okay.
They came to see Philomena to talk about Johnny's.
Okay.
This is for being deaf.
Okay.
And, deafness and now that back then when she was at a very young age, 13, 14, 15.
Oh, okay.
So when she got pregnant at a very young age, but she's not sure what, about 13, 14,
yeah.
15.
Yeah.
So when Johnny was born, he was premature baby. So back then we get these, arranged marriage long ago,
yeah.
but now it's a lot different because nowadays they want to be together, they want to have,
right,
like not being arranged. So it's like back then, like I was arranged marriage too myself.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
So
yeah.
It was very hard for us girls because we didn't want to be with them because we didn't
right.
know them, and
right.
but we couldn't say no to the parents or
right.
grandparents. We just had to listen to them.
Okay, that's interesting.
So it was difficult for her back then.
Yeah.
Those early years, 1940s,
right.
early 40s. So, but when Johnny was born, he was premature. Years later, doctors started coming around
yeah.
to Talgoya and, excuse me, they saw Johnny or talked to the parents saying, you know, they checked Johnny and they were saying, oh, Johnny's, he was born deaf because he was premature.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So they would say he may be deaf, but he'll be okay.
Okay.
He'd been pretty good all those years when I was with him. The only problem was he would have heart problem, raised like fast hearting beat.
Palpitations.
palpitation.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's good. Like he's pretty healthy.
Yeah. So could you just explain to him so he knows what we're saying? Yeah. So does he remember when he was a young boy?
Nabakta kami kay mana ng mga litan na kimaran nakapilipit yung akit.
You don't really remember.
No.
Really small.
I'm just wondering, yeah, when he was little. So how did you communicate with him? Did you start signing or?
Pe kanoli pe uktuti lugut talking na karl malakto.
Tanay kito, tuti
Tuk imana lo uktu.
kulo ko at takiman ni kalamat tuyaro ni nila ko na tuyami to ko na tayo mga nito. Ang libalian at mini kung iniklital ino ito ay kapten lang ni tayo mga. Tayo mo tuti balian ko kardira balian pero palian at mini.
Yeah. When he was very little, about less than, or maybe less than a year old, when he was 1 year old, all those many months when he was that age, they thought Johnny could hear,
Yeah.
but a few weeks later or months later, they start noticing, because every time they bang something when they're doing, their chores, he would kind of jump. So that's when they notice he can't hear. So they knew now, but later on they knew, so they would try and do sign language, their own little sign language, and point or do this, to do that thing.
Yeah.
So from there they
So they started pointing and then making some signs, and he would understand right away. Yeah. I'm just wondering, does Johnny remember learning some signs when he was young?
Yeah. He was crying for a long time. Even when he was when he was about a year now, he was still crawling.
Oh, really? I remember that.
He was a big boy now, still crawling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she goes, oh, he must remember.
So there were others in the family, brothers and sisters?
No kay look kayo. Partikulo, trikulo, karmalaktat. Okay with you na.
Lumitan. Ito at lunit tigwak sige gamyo. Ito at pigamyo tigwak gamyo. Aglibalian nga ni Philip Kabalian nga ni ang ulayo akita kardimatyak to. Aglayo ka tigalaw ni kardimalay. Kana nga pila ko kardimalay kardimatyak tigo. Iglibiyem nityak ko nila po ayong mitibin niya wala. Mga nanot to litan na man.
Yeah, so she wants to tell a story about they wanted to keep Johnny, like as he was growing. Back then, her parents, Matthias and Bibian, were around. And they wanted to keep Johnny, so her dad took Johnny away from them. So she says she felt like heartbroken because her dad just took Johnny so they could keep him.
Right.
But then later on she starts saying, oh, okay, keep him then, because parents know more than
I understand.
their kids. So
I understand.
she started realizing, well, okay, just keep him. So when he was growing up around the grandparents, luckily he was adopted by his grandparents because
Okay.
the old man would teach him so many Inuit traditional
Yeah,
Oh,
all the
ways.
different
All that.
traditional things like
Going sealing and
sealing
On the
stuff.
land.
going fishing out on the land.
Okay.
Yung kwalita ni ilibigin at ano na yung laki man ng ilibigin na sa do kalatan na patulukagi. Lukay.
Now she's saying that luckily he was the oldest and
Oh, okay.
he was taught by the grandfather, you know, how to be out in the camp. You know.
Okay.
So the younger brothers like David and Ralph, George, and all these younger brothers.
Right.
Later years, they start telling their mom, "Oh, we wouldn't know anything because you know, if luckily we have oldest brother like
Johnny.
Johnny, so they're lucky to
Yeah.
have Johnny."
So maybe ask him if he remembers learning and then from the grandparents and then teaching the others. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You remembers
He
that, eh?
remembers.
Yeah. So everybody knew, he had no problem then, everybody knew.
Yeah, everybody knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she has any more stories she'd like to tell me about Johnny or?
Ayan, apat ko di kakakawin, ukakahawin na to ti umingmak.
Yung saka kinakalaka yun.
Oh, okay.
Igil yung naglakad mo siya. Takti lang yung umot siya. Nakalita mo nga. Hindi ka lang. Tambalay.
John is saying that when he went out camping with his grandpa, that one day they were out on a dog team.
Yeah.
Back then they didn't have
Oh, the dog
ski-doos.
team, yeah.
So he was all alone out with his grandpa. So that one day his grandpa, like I guess he blacked out,
Oh,
Blacked out.
Blacked out.
and then maybe few minutes he was blacked out for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And came back and then so I guess he brought his grandpa back to town.
Brought him back.
Yeah, brought him back and
Uh-huh. She remembers when he went to school that year or something like that to
Do you
Edmonton?
like these? Yeah. Okay. Take one of those. Let's see what other ones I got.
he mentioned he went out 1961
He stayed for a year?
year and then came
And
back
then
and
he
never
came
returned.
He never returned. Yeah.
Utak ti taw ni
Utak dito utak siya. Kamay ko takti lang ko. Di ko akita utak ko yun. Dapat ko maramit ko. So kaya nakakapit na kayo kamit ko.
Yeah, back then the Mackay's and Vivian had only Filomena.
Yeah.
So she was grown up now, so the grandparents didn't have any kids of their
Uh-huh.
own.
Yeah.
So they adopted him. So they said, "No, you're not going back.
Not going
You're
back."
going to stay with us."
Yeah. I don't think he liked the school much anyway. Eh?
Yeah, he didn't.
Too hot.
Too hard.
Too hot.
Yeah, too hard for him. Picturing ni tata ko unak pala.
Can you ask him, the teachers in the classroom, were they signing or were they just talking? Or?
Sign.
Was
Hand
it done?
sign.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it was different than the signing here, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, different.
Different. Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Some
Some
different.
same, some
Some
different.
same, some
But there he learned some finger spelling then,
Yeah,
eh?
he
With
could.
the ABCs. Yeah, so he knows how to spell.
Spell.
Yeah. And Mary and stuff. Cindy. And I just wanted to ask about, she thinks a good idea that we're trying to help the deaf and have more for sign language all over. She thinks that's a good idea, or?
Nay mago tapos tamang himamato kayo yung sa kakiti ilihay yung nakpatago o kayo yung kanutuin naktamanin na imiglumi ito kayo nakagyo kapun nga nitak ka ni ilihay yung malay tayo kasi kamay yung katangi mata kayo yung
Akirekta yung nakumitay Manila at tapatay siya kayang makikam. Kinaratima yung nakpaniman. Kaya wala ito sa wala kirekta. Wala mo wala ito kirekta may mga matainid. Wala ito yun na. Akiran bakti doon na nakatuukto nakatapat ang maging makita ka.
And she agrees that if deaf people they have so much in their mind because it's just because they can't hear.
Yeah.
It's like people are not really into deaf people because they're not communicating. So it would be really that's a neat thing to do.
The more people are communicating.
Like for instance, Rhoda and Johnny can, teach kids out there and do sign language and they can teach kids. And make a little bit of pension of their own. That's a good idea.
Good.